The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's Smith. Open man is Gordon, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. To the air again, Smith. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Colts at 1-10 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Austin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Harris, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
An extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Smith. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers at their own 12-yard line. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. He'll let it fly for Austin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 50, it's Smith. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Steelers 14, Colts 7.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Geno. No chance to get away there from Smith as he goes down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th and 8.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game,
I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Trubisky to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw.
He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Boswell's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Smith.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Geno down to throw. That ball complete to Isabella.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. This one caught by Isabella.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts get a bit closer.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Geno's going to throw. And it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Pickens. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Open man here is Gentry. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's first and 10.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Trubisky.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Trubisky, he'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
Nope. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Completes it to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They go play action with Trubisky.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll look to throw here. And the catch made by Johnson. They find some open field here.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Pass incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin. And it's 3rd down and 2. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
This one finds Austin out right.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This might be a free play here for Trubisky.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Trubisky will throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done rush coming, and he's taken down.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Hey, I'm on the 50. I'm on the 50. I'm on the 50. I'm on the 50.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Dancing to his left. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed him to convert on 4th and long.
That's good for the Colts.
To throw, Winston.
touchdown. Mike Strong, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Winston to throw for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. So they go to the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
They go play action. Trubisky going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And in for the Steelers' touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Got an open man. It's Strong.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He got 29 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Trubisky.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Trubisky. He finds Austin complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Complete to Calvin Austin. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Now Trubisky. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Trubisky to throw again. That's caught at the 1. Touchdown!
Calvin Austin,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Steelers 51, Colts 27.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Completes it to Austin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They go play action with Trubisky. And a big loss mistakes here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, excellent job on that play. A big, big loss, 18 yards. To try again after the sack. Trubisky under pressure, and they got to him again. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Lock in, lock in.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Steelers.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Trubisky on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's got this to Pickens.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
18.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Alert!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Following the interception, Winston. That's complete. It's Gordon.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, Winston.
And that'll be taken in by Strong.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 36-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He'll get this into the hands of Strong.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Fourth down, Winston. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And here come the whistles and a timeout. with 7 seconds left.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. One last shot now for Winston. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Steelers